Yes.
Today we are celebrating the exaltation of the Holy Cross on September 14th. And the first reading is Numbers 21, 4 through 9.
What page is that on?
It is 95.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to read, Stacy?
95, let me see. I don't have my glasses, but let me take a look if I can see it.
You see it? Want my glasses?
Well, I'm gonna try. How's that?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
A reading from the book of Numbers. With their patience worn out by the journey, the people complained against God and Moses. Why have you brought us up from Egypt to die in this desert, where there is no food or water? We are disgusted with this wretched food. In punishment, the Lord sent among the people serpents, which bit the people so that many of them died. Then the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned in complaining against the Lord and you. Pray to Lord to take the serpents from us." So Moses prayed for the people, and the Lord said to Moses, "Make a serpent and mount it on a pole, and if any who had been bitten look at it, they will live." Moses accordingly made a bronze serpent and mounted it on a pole, and whenever anyone who had been bitten by a serpent looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Oh, no, that was good. Very good.
Yeah.
What's a seraph?
So that's, yeah. So make basically an image of it.
Okay, so seraph is an image of a serpent.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And so, when we hear this, first of all, this is, they're out in the desert, right? So this is a desert journey. And this murmuring that they did, this complaining, it says here, but they say murmuring. It's not really complaining, but it's rejecting God's providence. He gave them bread from heaven, and they're calling it wretched food.
Wow, I was just gonna ask what kind of food was it?
I mean, that was the manna, from heaven. That's what they're complaining against.
Yeah.
And today we have, the Protestants also think the Eucharist is wretched food. It's not really accepted as the bread of life, and, Jesus truly present. But why are we rejecting what was given by Jesus? I guess that's the other point I'd like to make in this day and age. And so they're giving evil to God in Moses' intention. You brought us out here to kill us, basically, is what they're saying. We were content in Egypt, although they were slaves, right? They were freed from slavery. But they're saying, you brought us out here to die in this desert. You basically brought us out here and are killing us. And so they're saying Moses and God had evil intentions, and they brought him out in the desert to kill him. That's what they're saying to God, right? So what does God do? He punishes the sin. So in punishment, the Lord sent among the people serpents, which bit the people so that many of them died, right? So many of them died. And so what do the people do? They confess, and Moses intercedes. And what's amazing is that Moses prayed for the people, and the Lord said, "Make a seraph and mount it on the pole. And if anyone who has been bitten look at it, they will live." So the bronze serpent kind of prefigured. You notice on crucifix, why do they have bronze? You notice that it's a bronze. It's because once we look upon Christ, the bronze corpus of the crucifix, we look upon the cross and we're healed. I took it from up there. But that's where, that's kind of why, if you notice, on all the crucifixes, they use a bronze corpus. And we look upon Jesus, which, by his stripes we are healed. And through his crucifixion and death and resurrection, we're healed. And so we're privileged to have, such a Lord that laid down his life for us. And actually, many of the saints, that's what their advice is: look upon the crucifix during Lent. That they just want you to meditate upon the crucifix and just consider, the wounds of Christ. That's one part of it. All the different wounds. I mean, this one's kind of, it's clean. It doesn't show. If you go look at Tim O'Hagan, he has on the cross that's over in the picnic area. If you looked upon that, you can see all the blood and what have you. That's from the different. And he would make realistic images of our Lord. He gave me one, and we've been to. You've seen it, right, Kyle, at the abortion mill, and we take it, and but it's just completely red and black and in spot from the blood that was caked upon him, and that's more realistic than this is kind of a cleaned up image. But it was a gruesome death. It was a horrifying death, and they did that to torture him and inflict as much pain and punishment as possible. And so we have this. We have our Lord, this book in Numbers, but it's kind of prefiguring the coming salvation that will, Jesus will have for us. And looking upon the cross, we see, it should make us, because we're visual people, we're physical. So we see this, and we see the great love that Jesus had in laying down his life for us. He didn't have to come and do that, but he did. He laid down his life for each and every one of us because of his great love for us. And Mary as the mother, tomorrow is next Monday is the sorrowful mother, but she lost her son, and she had to witness this brutal beating and this loss. And so, like the prophecy, 7 swords pierced her heart also. And so she had to experience the pain and the grief of her innocent child being tortured and put to death.
Yeah. Stabbed too.